Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Eruvin Perek Yod Mishnah Vav. Over here in this Mishnah, I'm going to discuss similar concept: drinking outdoors. Again, drinking from one domain to the next. So, lo ya'amod adam b'shut yachid v'yishteh b'shut armi. A person cannot stand inside, right, in a private domain, and drink outside, right? So he's standing inside, he sticks his head outside, and he drinks, with his head outside, or vice versa. B'shut armi v'yishteh b'shut yachid. Unless you literally put your head and the majority of your body in the place where you're drinking, right? So if I'm sticking my head outside through the window, I need to hit my head and most of my body, and then I can actually drink from a cup that's in Reshut HaRabim. Okay, now this is what we're saying: you're not allowed to do so unless you have your head and the majority of your torso outside. That's specific. Right, the law in this Mishnah, where you're not allowed to do that, you're not allowed to drink, is specific if you're using important kilim, right? Something that we're worried that you may go ahead and just place it down. You don't want to, you don't want to leave it there outside, so you may go ahead and bring it back inside to the house, right? So that's like something, a nice goblet, a nice wine cup, or something that's important to him. You're not allowed to do so. But if it's just just kilim that aren't so important, then we don't even need this criteria of sticking a person's head and majority of his body outside. Now the Mishnah continues, v'chen magat, and similarly, at a gat. The gat is a wine press. Now, what are we talking about? So this law has nothing to do with Shabbat. This law has everything to do with Trumot Ma'asrot, right? In general, we know you're allowed to eat and drink, achilat aray, a temporary eating, right? Just a non-meal, when you're working in the field, before you actually bring something into your home. So when you're drinking on the gat, right, at the wine press, that's considered part of the job. You don't have to separate Trumot and Ma'asrot yet. Until when? Until you take it outside. Now, at what point are you allowed to continue drinking? So a person could drink while he's in the gat, and similarly over here, it depends whether or not he's drinking inside the wine press, or if he's sticking his head outside. Right, and once he sticks his head outside, that's already considered outside of the wine press, and he can't drink until he separates Trumot and Ma'asrot. Now the Mishnah continues back to the laws of Shabbat. A person could catch water from a mazchela. Mazchela is a gutter pipe, right? It's gutter pipes. They're like just long, and they're catching water. It's similar to the language Rabban brings down from zohale afar. Right, so are the people, are the snakes that it's just squirm along the ground. And similarly over here, these water is usually these gutter pipes are things that, or the zohalemayim, are things that are drawn in a flow, in a stream along the ground. Hence the term mazchela for a gutter pipe. Now a person can catch water from the gutter pipe less than 10 tvachim, right? Now, what's the point of what's the right? What are we saying over here? So a person can go ahead and catch water, right, without touching the actual gutter pipe, because if he's touching it, then he's picking it up from one place to a next. But he could just open his mouth, catch water from the gutter pipe, and drink it, and that's not asur unless it was higher than 10 tfachim, right? Which would be a would be a makom ptur, right? Now, what are we talking about? On condition that this marzev, that this gutter pipe, right, is not wider than 4 tvachim, right? Because if it was wider than 4 tvachim, then it's going to be reshut ha'yachid. That would be a problem. Ubitnai, another condition, that that gutter pipe cannot be close enough, can't be touching the rooftop. Right, if it's touching the roof, or if it's in 3 tvachim of the roof, then it's also considered reshut yachid, right? Because anything less than 3 tvachim is considered lavud, and it's as if he's actually lifting the water from the reshut yachid, from the rooftop, and he's taking it out to the reshut harabim. Now the Mishnah continues, or you could also catch the water from the tzinor. Tzinor is a regular pipe, in any place, v'shoteh, and drink.